Okay, since I'm avoiding doing my tidying up, I thought I'd do a video on how to do a running braid. Now, I don't actually know if people do this, if they call it that with hair, but that's what it's called when you do it on a horse's mane. It's called a running braid, and that's how I know how to do it. It has literally nothing to do with human hair. I learned how to do it at a stable and just applied it to my head because I couldn't think of anything else to do with my hair, or my hair is this short. I mean, it's not very short, but it's this short because it's still mohawky. To do it with hair that's not a mohawk would probably be a lot easier. You just gather, when you make your splits, you just keep using the rest of the hair. I'm not explaining this very well, so I'm going to show you after I take this out. But yeah, it's fairly simple if you can do, I mean, it's just a plait really, and you just keep adding bits on. My hair's still a little bit wet. I did this morning after I came out of the shower, so my hair's still a bit wet and a bit unruly. Hold on. This is just spray on conditioner. Well, it just makes it that little bit easier for me to comb through. Plus, I wreck my hair with dye quite regularly, so, you know, conditioner, never gonna be a bad thing. Oh yeah, I'm brunette now. It feels weird. Okay. Let me just move you around a bit so you can see what I'm doing. You start with the front section of your hair. Just comb that. You start with the front section of your hair and just divide that into 3. Like I said, this is really just a really simple kind of, you know, French plait. It's not even braiding right. Now you're going to take your forelock really. You're going to take the first part of your hair and pass it under, so you're under braiding. It's not over the top, obviously, because it's under, but you're going to pass that under and over your second braid, so it becomes the second braid, kind of going from A to C here. Okay, and then you're going to take your third braid and you're going to pass it over what was your first braid. Okay, and you're pulling that first braid back. Everything you do here, whenever you pull, you're going to be pulling back because you want the braid to run that way. So this section goes back here, and then you take this was your second piece of hair, it's now your first, and you pass it back over the middle, and you pull those 2 bits, which is what you've just passed over in the back bit, you pull it up into the back and you pull this down a bit. You want to keep it as tight as possible, because that way it'll stay very close to your scalp and it'll keep the braid along. Okay, and now this is your back bit here. This is the sort of the number 3 piece of hair. You're going to add to it. You're going to take a little section from the hair that you've got just loose, and you're going to add to that, and then you're gonna keep plaiting. So you take your first piece of hair and you pass it over the now thicker piece of hair, and you pull it all, and then you're gonna keep adding from now on. So every time you take that third piece of hair and pass it back over the middle piece, you're going to be adding a little section. Ow, sorry, my hair gets tangled. There you go. You pass it there, add a bit, and then keep braiding, and you keep pulling this tight, and that'll keep it along this ridge. And now add another little section. So you're keeping this as tight as possible. It's basically just a plait that you're adding to. Pass the first bit over, and then here's number 3 again. You pass that over, you add a little bit to it. Now, because of the fact that the hair at the front of my head is not going to reach all the way to the back of my head, the tighter you have it, the less likely you're going to have it falling out of the braid. So you got to keep it real tight. and that way the hair from the front of your head is going to be all intertwined and wrapped around. It's just less likely to fall out. Not fall out. I meant fall out of the plait shape. Okay, just keep adding bits. Alright, I'm just going to speed this up a bit now. Once you've, done it a couple of times, it gets a lot easier. Just because, nimble fingers, you get used to having to grasp all the little different bits. Do not do this in front of a mirror. You will get so confused. I have trouble normally telling my left from my right, and trying to do my hair in front of a mirror means that I'm constantly wiggling one of my hands to figure out if it's my left or my right hand. Because in a mirror, when you move back and move forward and everything, you're just constantly trying to figure out if you're going back with your hand or forward with your hand. Because mirrors are opposite. But yeah, that's basically my advice. Don't do this in front of a mirror, at least not until you've practiced, and just keep adding sections. Now, with longer hair, you can just keep going back until you're right at the base of your neck, but I have short hair and I have a short mohawk, so I have to kind of turned into really little bits, so I kind of meet it about here, because if I try and go all the way back there, it's going to fall out of the plait. So just plus I get a bit confused when I'm near the back of my head, because I can't see what I'm doing. I mean, I couldn't see what I was doing before, but now it's the back, so I get rather confused. Okay, I have to stop talking now. This is the bit where I have to concentrate. Okay. Now, I end up with very small sections of hair left, because I didn't have a lot to begin with. So I usually end up just where's I put my bowl in? I don't go the whole way, because it would just end up looking really, really messy, and it would fall out because I don't have that much hair. So I usually end up just holding it very close to my head. Get all those little hairs very close to my head, and just whoop, losing my bubble. You can tell I'm not really one of those girls who spent all their time, the entirety of their adolescence doing each other's hair. Would have liked to be one of those girls, but no. So this is all fairly new to me, and then just pull it so it's tight to my head, and there we go. There you have a running braid. And what's fun about it is the fact that depending on how long your hair is, I know I can do this because I have ridiculous, but you kind of get this little pocket here, which is quite fun to put things in, if I'm honest, because I can kind of I can put things in my head, which I kind of like. If I ever have business cards, I mean, this is not mine. If I ever have business cards, I'm still gonna have random business cards in my hair, so I can just be like, call me. But yeah, so that is a running braid, and hopefully this helped. I think the best way to figure out how to do anything with your hair, I mean, anything braiding and stuff, not anything like bleaching, anything manual, is just by messing around and trying it. There's lots of tutorials online. I mean, I can now kind of do a French braid, sort of. It gets very, very messy, but I can do it. So, yeah, this was a sort of tutorial. I hope it wasn't entirely boring. Bye!